Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be sharing an interview that I did with Kyaria Arsenault's mother. Now, Kyaria Arsenault is a 22-year-old young woman who took to Facebook to celebrate her birthday on August 12th. On August 12th, she did a birthday celebration to herself. She had this pudding cake where she blew out candles. She guzzled down some alcohol. And you can tell kind of her disposition really wasn't in the right place. Now, after the video, 2 weeks later, she ended up taking her life. And there was a lot of commentary going after the family, people attacking them and blaming them and saying that they should have known and they should have prevented this, and so much more. So I wanted to open up the floor for her mother to speak. Hi, Kian.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So your daughter has kind of been going, like her photo and the situation kind of has been going viral on Facebook.
Yes,
Uh, She did a video for her 22nd birthday, and
yes,
on her 22nd birthday, she was saying happy birthday to herself. She like was like drinking, kind of not in the best of mood. And
right.
then was it a week or 2 weeks after that video that the situation happened?
It was 2 weeks.
Okay. So 2 weeks after she took her life, and
Yes.
a lot of people confused it for right after the video. Wait. Sorry to interrupt, but before we get into this video and get into this interview, let me give a few quick disclaimers really fast. Now, this was a live video where I had live viewers and commenters, and upon me ending the live, I thought, you know what? Let me make this live stream private and set a couple ground rules so that we understand the intention. Now, the intention is to find out more about Kiaria. I want to know like what she was like. Were there any signs? People that were in the live chat, they wanted to know like what was her favorite color, what was some of her interests. I wanted to know what the circumstances were behind her unaliving and so much more. This is not a safe space to bully her mother. This is not a safe space to tear her down. This is a space for her to spread awareness and use my platform to do so. Now, I understand that her story is viral, so there will be other content creators who want to use my content and maybe even use clips. Now, you do not have my permission to use the full interview, but you do have permission if you are with good intention to use this as spreading awareness, letting people know like the mom spoke out, providing some context and providing, more thorough posts to what you've already posted. That's fine. I do not authorize anybody to use, again, my full stream or use clips to bully the mother, talk down on them, like to just be negative and just all of those things. Like, I will send out strikes. I will send out takedown notices. I will not play about it because I'm setting the intention, and anything outside of that attention that doesn't align, I'm using my platform, so I'm going to have to take action. With that being said, let me replay the video of Kiaria in full to where we see what people were talking about and where kind of this conversation took off at. And then I'm going to bring on her mom, who is going to shed light on this.
Hey y'all, as y'all know, it's my birthday, and I just wanted to say happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Kiaria. Happy birthday to me. I made it to 22, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Let's make a wish.
All right, so that was the video of Kyaria on her birthday. And like I said, 2 weeks later, she ended up taking her life. I did a full breakdown video where I went over the letters that she left behind to her siblings. I read through those. I went through her social media. I went through her mom's page. I went through so many different things. So definitely catch out my full breakdown. But in this video, we're going to focus mainly on what the mom has to say. So without further ado, let me bring her up. Hi, Kian.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So your daughter has kind of been going, like her photo and the situation kind of has been going viral on Facebook.
Yes.
She did a video for her 22nd birthday, and
Yes.
on her 22nd birthday, she was saying happy birthday to herself. She was like drinking, kind of not in the best of mood. And then
Right.
was it a week or 2 weeks after that video that the situation happened?
It was 2 weeks.
Okay. So 2 weeks after she took her life, and
Yes.
a lot of people confused it for right after the video. Again, I want to first start out by saying I send my condolences. I'm a mom
Thank
myself.
you.
I can't even imagine what this may be, or the emotions, or how this may be for you. But
Yes.
I did want to open up my platform and give you the floor because there was some things that you wanted to speak about and clear up.
Yes. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. First off, I want to thank God for this morning. I wouldn't be able to be here if it wouldn't be for him. Secondly, Kiaria did not unalive herself right after that video. Third, Kiaria has a nation behind her. She never was alone. The video may have seemed that way because she was in her vehicle coming from therapy. So after therapy, she went and she got herself that little cake. And if anybody that know my child knows, she was always like that. She never was a person that needed a crowd. Never. Everything she basically did was alone. I mean, from growing up, from being 8, 9, 10 years old. You know, Kiaria lost her father when she was 9 years old. That deeply like hurted her. She did have another man as her father, Brandon Senegal, and I thank God for him. And I tell everybody she was lucky. You know, she had two mamas, me and her godmother, Miss Kimberly Ladad, her dad, you know, Hardy Patton and Brandon Senegal. She have 13 siblings in total. She have 3 god sisters, a godfather that love her like his own. You know, grandmothers, 5 grandparents. You know, she celebrated her birthday at Texas Roadhouse. I mean, so this child wasn't lacking anything. Everything Kiaria did, she aced it. Kiaria graduated high school at a 4.0. She had awards. She aced it. Kiaria graduated college a 4.0. Kiaria passed. She was in the CDL class at SLCC. She was 5 in class. She was the top of her class out of 4 men. She was the only female, and she aced it. Everything my child did, she aced it. She put her mind to it, and she did it. So this video circulating like she was just drinking and like that was her. Kiaria never did that. And if she did it, she would do it to make a joke. When she came home from the military, I gave her a big welcome home party, and Kiaria had Seagram's wine coolers, and she was swearing to God like she was drinking hard liquor, making everybody think like, oh, I'm so drunk, but she was joking. That was just the child. That was just who she was. What I want this video to do for a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of kids, I want y'all to know it's not okay to be alone. And you're never alone. And let me tell you, in a lot of homes, every home has drug addicts. Every home has people of suicide. Nobody is, you know, outnumbered with this. It's so many kids, young and old, that commit suicide. But let me tell you something. I want my baby's video to be a motivation. I don't want these people to mimic her and to make it seem like, oh, after this is what depression look like. No, it's not. Because if I show y'all this baby's awards, I mean, it's so many. Everybody that ever met my baby knows she was loved. Like, I mean, from her mother on up and down, like from a baby. Kyaria was always loved. It's never, this was something nobody seen coming. But we're here, you know, and because I'm here, I'm going to advocate for a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of families from this point on. And it's so funny, Neek, because Monday evening, as I said in my den, me and my granddaughter, I went on TikTok. I lost my husband a year ago on Valentine's Day to stage 4 cancer. So me and my grandbaby, we said we was gonna make a podcast. We was gonna make a podcast about that, and we was gonna speak about that to give awareness to. We want to give awareness to people with cancer and what they go through, as well as then I started touching on mental illness. And it's so ironic because I never knew my baby was gone that day. You understand? So when you don't know, you just don't know. Hey baby, you just don't know. You know, it's like, and it's hard because these people they think my kids posted video like the letters from their sister for cloud chasing. No, they did that to show awareness that mental illness is really real. And Neek, I thank you for this platform. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. When I watched your platform yesterday, it touched me. Because you being a mother, you seen how I felt. Right. You went on when I seen you show my Facebook messages, I'm like, wow. You know, when you post things, you never know who see these things. And that was like amazing that you seen that, you know, because I let everybody know what I'm dealing with right now. This is necessary. God got me in this situation because he know I could ace it. Just like my baby aced everything, I could ace this. And I don't want nobody to feel she wasn't loved. This child was loved. This was something out of control. It was out of our hands. She had it mapped out. For her to write 4 letters and leave a video, audio clipping to tell everybody she loved them and thank you. And I mean, individualize everybody. This was something she had her mind set on. I wish my mustard seed of faith could have grew in my child, you know, that Monday. I wish she could have touched her where if she did it. She was across the street from the hospital. So she could have drove herself to the emergency room. You understand? I wish she could have been reached to, but it slipped the signs, you know, it missed us. It missed her godmother. You know what I mean? So
yeah, sorry to interrupt. Okay, so I just want to slow it down just a little bit. So there's people who are joining in who are not familiar with the story. And I just want to briefly just let everybody know that came on. Yesterday, I did a video about a young woman. She turned 22. She has a video that's going viral of her singing happy birthday to herself. And then 2 weeks later, she unalived herself. Now, after that, her mom, who's here today, and the rest of her family started to get attacked, and they started to get the blame pushed on them because people felt as though they should have known, or they should have prevented it, or they should have did something. And because she got to that point, that it meant that she didn't love them. Her siblings had letters that she addressed to them where she shared her love for them. She gave them words of encouragement and basically a farewell. Her siblings released the letters online and people accused them of clout chasing. So her mom and the rest of her family were a little bit fed up on the narrative that people were sending out because they felt as though because she took her life, they should have prevented it. They should have known. And to that, John, I want to know, so you said that she was just coming from therapy in the video that she did. Was there something that was kind of like troubling her, the reason why she was in therapy, or was just in general?
Yeah, she had fractured her hip in drill at a basic training. And then when she went out again for drill, she went through therapy with it. She stayed there 9 months. She came home, she went back out, and she injured it again. Well, this time it was so bad to where they kind of had her going to therapy for it. So that's what the therapy was for. So she
Oh,
was going through that. You know, she was going through that because I don't think she felt she could have drove her truck. She was, you know, she had just got promoted to driving 18, her own truck with a kid on the Bowling where she worked. And so a lot of that played on her. Like she felt, I guess she couldn't do it. You know, I can't do what I dreamed to do. I'm injured now, you know.
okay. So she was going to a physical therapy, and she basically
Yeah.
she injured herself, and from the injury she was kind of like working through that. What did it cause her not to be able to play football? Because I seen that she was very passionate about football. Was it something that kind of like hindered her?
Yeah, she stopped playing football before she went to the military.
Okay.
She didn't play anymore, but she couldn't. What hurt her was that she wasn't able. She felt she wasn't going to be productive with that hip like that because you know they had on pain medicine and you know she knew she couldn't drive like she wanted. You know it was a lot. You know, so I don't really know what got her to that point. You know, I really don't.
Was there any signs at all? Do you recall, or you just
The
didn't know?
signs, the signs that I look at now that I felt was something was going on with Kiaria was when uh, I would try to reach her by messenger on Instagram. She'll turn it on, she'll turn it off. She'll turn it on, she'll turn it off. So the days when I'm reaching out to her, she'll come back maybe 2, 3 days later. Oh, mom, I'm sorry. I've been busy. You know, I had work, I had therapy, I had this. And she always had an excuse why she, you know, wouldn't be online or stuff like that. And she, you know, she didn't live here at home with me. She lived in Crowley with her godmother. So I wouldn't see her all the time either, you know. So when I did see her for my cousin's funeral, she seemed okay. You know, she was with the family, she was laughing, she was jolly. I didn't see that. And when I seen that video, I called her. You know, when I seen that video with her drinking that liquor, I called her. I said, what's going on? Something isn't right. And no, mom, it's just my birthday. I'm just, you know, I'm just turning up by myself. I'm gonna be all right. You know, your girl's strong, you know. That's what she was telling me. So I mean, I didn't, you know, I would have never seen it.
Yeah, because a lot of people assumed, they were like, well, and this was just internet chatter. They assumed that nobody reached out to her, but I'm like, just because somebody didn't type it under there doesn't mean that nobody called her and
Oh man, we called her, we checked on her. She turned her location off. Um, she wouldn't answer no phone. She wouldn't even tend to her. She had a puppy. She wouldn't even tend to him. So I mean, we didn't know. You know, we didn't know when she did this. She had it all mapped out. Like we did not know. And there's so many people that love Kyaria. Like she have a CDL class that they in a group chat. She have her and her siblings. They in a group chat. She have her and her god sisters, her godmother. They in a group chat. Like so, it's families with her, and she with nobody seeing it. She would talk to people and she'll tell them, "I'm fine. I'm fine. Y'all tripping? I'm good. I'm good." You know. And then this, you know, of course, we knew she eventually wasn't good, but we didn't know. The letters told us she wasn't good.
wow, okay. So, in hindsight, is there any of her friends or anything that reached out to you and said, hey, she was going through this, or that you found out after the fact?
I have a lot of friends that she was in military with. They reached out to me and they telling me we'd have never knew this. Miss Keon, we're so sorry. We just talked to Kiki. They call her Kiki. We just talked to Kiki. You know, we'd have never knew this. Or you know, and I think I did have one that reached out and said I spoke to her a month ago, and she was dealing with something, but she told me, you know, she was getting through it. She was gonna be okay. She was talking to her counselor. She was talking to her therapist, and she was gonna be okay. And that was like a month ago. You know. So no, it was I would have never I guess if she would have been by me every day, maybe I would have, you know, seen it, you know, but because I wouldn't see her all the time, I didn't see it.
Right, right. That's understandable. And she's
Yeah.
grown. She's an adult.
She's
So,
grown, you know, I mean, she's grown, she's 22. When them kids have their mind made up, they're gonna do what they want to do, no matter how they're raised.
yes, that's correct.
And
Um,
I want this, I pray it reaches parents though. I pray it reaches, you know, people just to see the signs. Just notice it's the little things that you have to see.
Okay. And then if you were to speak out to the other parents, what signs would you say for them to look out for?
When your child distances themselves from you and you're their parent and you know your bond was different than what any social media can make it seem. I mean, like, reach out to your kids. Always check on your children. I don't care how old they are. Always check on them. Because kids, they unallow themselves all type of ways. So just reach out. Don't if you see your kid crying for no reason or dealing with something, just reach out, man. Please don't miss the signs. I don't want nobody to go through what I'm going through. As we speak, I'm sitting here, I'm about to write up an obituary. So I don't want anyone to have to go through what I'm dealing with. It's hard. My kids are taking this hard. It's devastating. And I done nurtured so many children and took in so many kids. And these children are like, we never would have ever thought Kyaria, because she was always a strong girl,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a girl working at Lowe's, working with men, and these men can't pick up pallets like she could pick up pallets. You know what I mean? So we just I just pray everybody just see the signs
Yeah.
and get it
I
before
think
it's too late.
when individuals start to pull back and suddenly distance themselves and push people away, that is something to pay attention to. There's other signs too, but everybody's different. People
Hmm.
depression in different ways. There are
Yeah.
people who have different ways of coping. There's
Yes.
people who you'll call them and then they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" and chipper, and then hang up the phone and then they're sobbing, but you don't know
Yeah.
because you
We
have
don't
that
know.
interaction.
That's right.
I just
That's
want
right.
to know from mom to mom, you did nothing wrong. This is not your fault. Um,
Yes.
and you you're getting a lot of people targeting, saying all these things, and it's not your fault.
And
It's
neat.
not your fault.
The GoFundMe's is fake. Me or my family, Kiaria extended family, no one ever made these things.
Okay, so
Uh,
let's
I
to that.
feel I feel sorry for people that's sending money to that because they may not get their money back, but I'm not getting it.
Okay.
Kiaria's services are paid in full. I'm not. We have not asked anybody for no help. The help that we're getting is family coming to us with it. It's not on those platform.
Okay, just pause 1 second so I can explain. So basically, yesterday I talked about there were people who created fake GoFundMe accounts on behalf of her daughter, where they raised upwards to almost $2,000, and it was not authorized by Kian or her family. And it was a platform called, what is it? Help something. It was similar
Hope
to
built. Hope built.
Hope Build. And so that's what she's talking about. There are people who made these GoFundMe's similar to a GoFundMe, but it's like another platform, same type of way, using her daughter's picture and likeness, raising funds, saying that the money is going to the family, and it was not authorized by her or her family. So that's what
No.
I'm talking about. Just you sorry to cut you off, but I just want to explain what you were
Yes.
talking. And
Yeah.
you reported that page, and have
Yes,
you
I have.
contacted them to have it taken down?
Yes, I have. I reached out to GoFundMe and I also reached out to Hope Built. Hope GoFundMe, they contacted me back. Hope Built, I've never heard back from them, but I emailed them numerous times, and it's no contact phone number. You have to go through email with the admin. So I'm just waiting on them to contact me back. It may take a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking, because nobody never emailed me back yet.
Okay. My question, so when your daughter she took her life, you said that she left a voice recording or a voice.
Yes. Yeah, she
Okay.
left one to her godmother. She said for her god family. That mean her godmother, her godfather, her god sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she left letters. Were they like physical, like she printed them out, the letters that they were
She
showing?
printed, yeah, she printed them out. I was only able to take pictures for my kids because the detective had to keep the letters, but he released them to me. But I have pictures of them.
Okay, and then they were pictures of physical letters that she left to her siblings.
Yes.
Okay. And so have you released how she passed?
It was from a gunshot. It was a
Okay.
gunshot.
So she shot herself.
Yeah,
Okay.
shot herself. Yeah, in the chest.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
And she was by herself in her
by
chest.
herself in her car.
Oh, in her car. Okay,
In
okay.
her car.
Okay. Okay, so that's why you said that you wish you would have been closer to be able to drive. Because I was like, I wonder that made me think like, well, how did
How did nobody not hear it? Yeah, she was in her car by herself. Nobody was at home at the time when it happened, and she just did it. You know,
right.
she
I'm
wasn't. I live in Lafayette. She was in Crowley.
Okay. And did it take a while for like somebody to notice that she was in a car?
Yeah, they didn't find her till 2 days later.
2 days. Wow. Where did she like drive somewhere like like a
She
rural?
parked. She parked one place and stayed there.
Oh, okay, okay. Like it was like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah, at a house. Yeah,
Yeah. Is
yeah,
anybody on the live that wants to give Keon words of encouragement, or do you want them to give you words of encouragement? I'm not
yeah.
sure.
Sure, sure.
I could drop the link. And is there anything else that you want to let people know? Something that you saw online that you wanted to set the record straight about? Again, I send my heartfelt condolences. I cannot even imagine
Yeah,
um
thank you.
it be like for you. I
I
know.
just want to thank everybody. I just want to thank everybody. I've gotten, Nick, I got over 100 messages, maybe 300 from people I don't even know. And one this morning really told me something. He said, "Your daughter's story is reaching the nation."
Yeah.
My kids have over millions of views on their pages now. And they're like, wow, look how many people are viewing this, you know? Um, and they don't want that type of attention because of the loss of their sister, not that negative stuff. If they're going to come in and be positive, please just be positive. I mean, that's the only way we could get through this right here now. And it's going to be when the phone calls going to stop and the people going to stop coming and the message is going to stop coming. I'm going to have to face this by myself. You know, I'm going to have memories, pictures, flowers, cards, notes, you know, but I have God and I know God. And my kids know God, and so I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna get through this. You know, I have a strong support system. I'm gonna be okay,
Yeah.
and I thank everybody. And you know, if anybody want to send flowers, they're welcome to. Donations, I don't need that. Just prayers. If they want to send flowers, I'm fine. You know, I'm great. I'm great where I'm at.
If they want to send flowers, where would they send the flowers to?
They can send it to 124 Town is two words, Townhomes Drive in Lafayette, Louisiana, 70501.
Okay, and then just say it one more time.
124 Townhomes Drive, Lafayette, Louisiana, 70521. Keon Dixon is my name. And
Okay.
then Neek, another thing, uh, on this built Hope Built Fund, whatever that they had, they even put her name wrong. They even had her name as Kyaria Lewis, and I'm like, people should have seen that was wrong.
Right, right. I did see that. I'm like, and her name is
Yeah.
spelled with a Y, and they had it with a K-I.
I Her name is Kyaria, and she's an Arsenal. She's not a Lewis. Lewis is my late deceased husband's last name, so I don't know how they get that.
Yeah, and then someone in the comments said the funeral home should accept them as well. She might not want you guys to know where I don't know if she does or not. If
Yeah.
you want
I
them to know.
mean, the funeral home is Owens and Thomas is in Eunice, Louisiana. Yes, they will accept them because her service is September the 6th at 10 a.m. at Progressive Baptist Church in Lafayette.
Okay. And one question. So being that it was a wound to her chest, did they absolutely rule it as self-inflicted, or was could it
They ruled it as PTSD suicide.
okay, and because to the chest, it had me thinking. I'm like, could it somebody else have like? Was she like? Did she have any issues like disagreements or anything like that? Like leading.
No, Kiaria didn't have an enemy, girl. Kiaria had she had so many friends. She didn't have an enemy. Kiaria didn't have nobody she would argue with. It was nothing of that. I mean, it was nothing. And so, we know she did it to herself because the way the detectives found it with the gun residue and everything, she did. It was self-inflicted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was self-inflicted. I'm grateful though that, sometimes people, when they think about suicide, they think about murder suicide. I'm grateful she didn't take anyone else's life.
Correct.
I hate that she did it to herself, but I'm grateful that she thought about somebody, not hurting nobody else. She just hurt herself, you
Yeah.
know.
Brittany in the chat says, can you ask her mom what's her daughter's favorite color so we can put that color in the chat, or they probably can incorporate that in the flowers if she
It's
has.
purple. Purple is her color.
Okay. So her favorite color is purple. Is there any questions in the chat that you want to ask Miss Keon before we wrap? Nobody clicked the link. So I guess if you guys have any other questions for her, you can leave them below. And I'm trying to think if there was any other questions that I had. Oh, they put in purple in the chat. Is there any other questions that you guys have for Miss Keon before we wrap? Anything that they said what was her favorite football team?
She played for a female.
It was a female football team. What they call them? The Zydeco Ballers. She's getting it.
Zydeco Spice.
Zydeco Spice was the football team that she played for, and she was in the National Guards with the Army.
Okay. Let me see if there's any other questions or is that your family member? Is there anything that she wanted to add?
No, that's her god sister. She said no.
Okay.
You don't want to get on that camera.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to get in the camera. Just from the side.
Anything you want to say, Kirsten? She said no.
Okay. Nani T says, was she in a relationship with someone?
No, she wasn't.
She was not.
Okay. Someone says, Mom, just know once the internal turmoil, there was nothing anybody could do.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Someone said, can she repeat the address? Just rewind it, guys, for the address. She said it twice. I don't want to have her keep saying it over and over. Just rewind it. I'm trying to see. I don't know. I don't want to
Tell them, anybody feel free to reach me on. You can reach me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. Keon Dixon, Keon Lewis, or prettyblack.com. I'm prettyblack15.com. Yeah. So anybody can reach out to me if they need to.
Okay. And there was my mom wrote and said, can she read the letters that she wrote? I don't know if you want to do that.
Tell them no, I'm not reading my letter. I'm not sharing my letter with anybody. That's sacred. That's for me.
Will she have a military service?
Yes, she will.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any other. Was she diagnosed with a mental illness?
When she was younger, she was just diagnosed with depression and anxiety after she lost her father. But other than that, she was okay.
Okay. And how long did that go on for where she was like diagnosed
Like
with?
from nine to maybe like 15. And then she got into, she was in band in high school. Um, Kyaria graduated with so much honors. It's like great. Like it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then
She
someone, oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
PTSD. Yeah, from the military. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what the detectives felt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the detectives said. PTSD, suicide is what they died. How they claimed it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Keon. I don't want to hold you. I appreciate you coming up and clearing it up. Because there was a lot of discrepancies online, but she is going viral. A lot of people are sharing her video, and I think it's important to know that she had a family behind her. I mean, if you just look at her page, you could tell she had a family behind her village, well, at her ceremonies, at her birthday, like all of these milestones. You can see you guys like bigging her up,
Yeah,
congratulating.
every step of the way. Every step of the way. She was never alone. No, that just that moment, she made herself be alone. She wanted that. That's just what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
You
And thank
know,
for as Island Beauty in the chat says, thank you for bringing awareness and sharing this story. And
you
tell people where they can find you if they want to reach out.
They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on Facebook. I'm Keon Arsenault. I have a lot of names, y'all. I'm Keon Arsenault. I'm prettyblack.com 15 on Instagram, and on TikTok I'm Keon Dixon. Yeah, all of them names. Hey, I
Okay.
paid for the names.
Will, will her service be live streamed?
I don't know if they can. I'm pretty sure the church may be able to. I'll know Tuesday. When I sit with the minister on Tuesday to get everything, the lineup of everything, how everything is going to go, and in details. So I'll let you know Tuesday what it's going to be, and I'll send it to Unique, and you can post it.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much again. Sending
Thank
my
you.
condolences.
Thank
Um,
you.
I cannot imagine. I just really wanted to give you a voice and a platform to speak because I was looking through the comments and I just thought it was so unfair how you guys are being attacked. And I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
that I could see if it's like she was with somebody, if family was like none of that. So it's like there's literally no reason why people are attacking you guys at all.
No, they're attacking somebody who didn't even meant for this to be a bother to them. Like she said in her letter, don't use. I don't want no pity.
Yeah.
Don't cry for me. I don't want pity. She said it. And she didn't want like this. She never was a cloud chaser. Kiaria never posted her awards and things she got. I always did post that. If you look on my page, I'm always want to take pictures with me, Kiara. You take a picture with this award. And but I thank everybody, and I pray no mother has to go through what I'm dealing with. I pray, and I pray for the ones who have. It's a lot of people out there that have lost their kids to suicide. I met a lady who lost two sons and two daughters, to it. And I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm so compassionate. I'm the one that I go on TikTok and I see these stories and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm texting, I'm so sorry for y'all loss. And then when I get it, and then there's a lot of, there's so much positive. And like that man told me this morning, he said, your story is going to reach the nation. And I'm grateful that it did. I'm grateful. And if
Definitely.
anybody, my strength, I'm here. I'm always here to lift somebody else up. I'm not gonna be down like this all the time. You know, I'm gonna be okay. Meek. I'm gonna get through this here with God.
Yeah.
I read my word, I pray, I talk to God a lot. And I just know one without a shadow of a doubt, my grandkids and my children, they're epitome of me and I'm their voice. And I'm not gonna let nobody put my baby down when I know I'm gonna lift her up. I'm gonna keep her name alive.
Yeah.
So
name all of them with K names? I remember reading the letters and it was like K.
Everybody's K. Yeah, it's I
Okay.
had a son. My oldest son would have been 5 weeks. He died of SIDS. He died in 96. His name was Kentaric. And then I have a daughter named Keandria. And I have Kiadric. And I have Kyaria.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I'm like, wait, I'm
Yeah.
noticing KK, you know, that
Yeah,
they're
it's the KKKs. It's all the Ks. Look.
oh, okay.
And you should just fit right in with us because we all can.
Then my name is Keon. Then her godmother, her name is Kim. Her godfather is Kelvin. Her god sister is Kirsten, Kiana, and Kia.
Wow. Talk about alignment.
Alignment, yes. So
Alignment.
yeah, yeah.
You can
But
definitely
it's all love.
around
And you know what, Neek? I'm not angry at these people that's doing this stuff and the speculations. I'm not angry with these people. They're all part of my testimony. I'm not angry with them. I pray for them. You know, I pray for them, and I pray that this never hits their home, because then they're going to go back and look at my child video and say, "Damn, we missed it." You know, so I pray for them. I pray for people like that. I'm not angry with nobody. I love everybody. I pray for them. Those same people that's trolling and using my child video to mimic her and make it seem like a joke, they're gonna have to knock on somebody's door one day and say, "I'm sorry." You know. So I pray for them,
right.
because God don't play about me. I hope they know that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love them anyway.
I'm glad you shared this story.
Yeah.
Because my daughter, your daughter's story impacted me and made me touch myself, because I know I've been dealing with it with my daughter. And your story is so strong.
Wow.
I can't tell you today I had no choice, because
Wow.
I know.
This is one of my lady friends. She's an older lady friend. And me and this lady came across one another in a very odd way. And we've been friends ever since. My baby's story helped her to get in tune with her own child. You know, so that's blessings. Neat. This is what is gonna come. We're gonna get more and more and more stories, friend. And we're gonna advocate together for these children.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know I'm always here. My door is always open. I'm a phone call away. I'm a text message away. I answer people in my sleep. You know, I had a cousin call me this morning from jail in Kentucky when he got the news. His whole dormitory was praying for me. So I'm reaching out, and I thank you, Neek. This platform here is gonna be for greatness, and you're destined for that because of your heart and your love. And I swear, when I seen what you said yesterday about me and my baby girl, oh my God, I cried. Look, I watched it, and I didn't watch nobody else's. I didn't watch all that foolishness, but I watched yours. And I was so in tune with it. I inboxed you and I said, thank you, baby, because people that mean well, you know it, you feel it.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much. And I mean, I'm telling everybody, I'm here for anyone. I don't care what it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome, friend. I'm here. Anybody need me? I'm here.
Go.
Yeah, and
No matter what I'm dealing with, I'm here.
I thank you for trusting my platform, coming up and sharing your story, because
Yes.
there are a lot of people who have family members, children, loved ones who are distancing themselves. And hearing you talk, I know there's somebody who's watching that is going to touch, that's going to
Yes.
baby, call their loved ones and figure out
Yes.
what's going on, because, although a lot of times it's their ultimate decision, support helps. It helps.
Yep. Nick, I go out and I feed the homeless. And Kyaria done been with me when we done went out and fed the homeless. And it's been a lot of people we met. I mean, they were like amazed because they feel like they didn't have family. They had one guy told me, I seen him, I was going into the grocery store. He stopped me. He said, you saved my life. I would have never thought that was that same man.
Wow.
But because of just a generosity, from my heart, I reached one person that said, I went home. My parents was opening the door. They couldn't believe I was there. They was happy I was there. He didn't think they loved him anymore. And little me did it. My baby prayed with them that night. So many homeless people. So I want them to know Kyaria was awesome, man. Kyaria, we fed the homeless. I would cook on Thanksgiving. And after I would cook, I say, okay, them and all their friends, I would have a house full. Each y'all get 2 plates. Go feed somebody. Don't come back with those plates. Feed somebody. And they did it. So, me and my children, we mean everybody well. And I just want everybody to know Kiaria was a blessing to so many. And the stories, if I was to send you the inbox that I get from these children,
Yeah.
I cried so much the other night because I didn't know my baby was loved that much. And I just wish she knew she was loved this much. Because she didn't think she was loved that much. I wish she knew.
Yeah, and it's just like it's one of those things to where it's like, reality perception is something crazy. Like I have an issue with like how I perceive things and what the reality is sometimes, and sometimes you can be loved and not really know
it
or realize. So
they have so many homeless people out here, young kids, and you as a mother, I pass them and I'm looking like, wow, don't give up on your children, man. Keep the doors open for your children because we don't want them to be another statistic. And I'm not going to use Kiaria as a statistic. This is going to be a blessing. She's going to reach people that never been reached before. She's going to touch lives that never been touched. And, and this is awesome. I have people I don't know. Like I said, so many y'all message requests. My phone just blows from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed with I'm so sorry. You don't know me. And I'm so sorry. And it's like, I cry, because what the devil meant for evil, God gonna turn it around for good.
Yeah.
So I want people to know that God is in the midst of this. It's not by accident. This happened. It was a purpose behind her pain, and I'm gonna share it. As well as many other mothers gonna share it. We're gonna share it, y'all. We're gonna reach out to our children. We have grandbabies growing up. I want them to know. Don't never feel left out. Always know somebody loves you. Tell your children they're beautiful. Tell your sons they're powerful. Speak it. Speak life into your children. Speak it. Speak awesome. You tell them, boy, you're awesome. Man, you're handsome. I don't care if you ain't had a haircut in 2 weeks. You're handsome.
Right.
Catch your children before they fall.
The outside, it's on the inside as well. So
yeah, let them know you're amazing. I love you. Tell somebody you love them. Somebody needs to hear it.
Yeah.
What I would like for everybody to do for me, you see a homeless person, feed them. I do it all the time. I ain't rich, far from it. But I give them my meal before I eat it. Feed them. Tell somebody you love them. Encourage them. Somebody need that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Keon. I really appreciate you coming on my platform. The last thing before I let you go, just so that we can correct the timeline that people are putting out. What is the actual date? Because her birthday or that video was that the 12th, I think?
August the 12th is her birthday, and she was unalived August the 25th. Mm-hmm. She was found August the 27th.
Okay. So, yeah. So I just wanted to put that timeline so that anybody going forward, they can report accurately. Okay. They can report.
That's right.
Her birthday was the 12th. That video was the 12th. She unalived herself on the 25th and then was found on the 27th. Okay.
Yes.
And did her being found, was there did people notice that they hadn't gotten in contact with her, or?
Yeah, her job called. Because they thought she went back to drill because she was getting ready for Family Day. She was all excited about Family Day, September the 6th, the day that I'm gonna do her service. Is her Family Day. She was all excited about that.
Family Day,
they thought for the army, for the military, for National Guard. So they thought she was getting ready for that until she didn't show up for work.
Oh, okay.
So her boss, he's terrified. I mean, this man been crying like that's his daughter. You know, um, her colleagues as well. They reached out. So yeah, it's it's a lot, but yeah, it wasn't the next. It wasn't that day, and it wasn't the next day. It was 2 weeks later.
Right, right. Okay. Well, I just wanted to clear that timeline up. It popped in my head. I'm like, wait, let me get the dates correct. But thank you so much, Keon. If you have any questions for me or anything like that, or anything, let me know. If you guys are just now tuning in, she is not asking anybody for money. If you see any GoFundMe, help build, any fundraising thing with her daughter, please report it because it is not from her family. She said her daughter's services is paid in full. Her favorite color is purple. Her team, you said, was the Senecal?
Acadiana Zydeco Spice.
Okay. I'm gonna
The
let y'all
female one. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, and her mom, again, she's not looking for any financial means. So if you see anybody using her daughter's image or likeness to try to raise money, please report it and use this as a moment to have conversations. You have family, you have friends. If you notice their energy is off, you notice something quite isn't right, offer support, reach out, and use this a moment to be a teachable one. Okay. Thank you, Keon, and
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you as well. All right.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. You have a good day.
All right, you too. All right,
All
and
right.
we're gonna end the stream. All right. Yes. All right. So that's all for this video. Me being a mom and watching how people were attacking the family, it just did not sit well with me, knowing that there's so many different nuances that go with depression, feeling loneliness, all of these different things. There's so many different variables, so many different factors. There is, factors of the person being an adult and not really letting you in on their life. And one of the reasons why it touched me, because I have a friend that is currently in the hospital suffering from a traumatic brain injury. And my friend reached out to me and basically said that she was tired of fighting. She was tired of fighting. She didn't want to go anymore. And I opened up my platform to be a voice and encourage her in her time where she felt like she wanted to let go and give up. And to my surprise, me trying to be encouraging and uplifting my friend who wants to basically let her life in and dissolve due to the fact that she is battling having a traumatic brain injury. She is battling, her life as she knew it isn't really the same. But I thought that, hey, let me be a support and let me open up my platform and be a village. And ironically, people who are attacking Kiaria's mother, I had the opposite of people telling me that I was wrong and I was selfish for trying to encourage my friend to live. So it's so funny how social media is. People are so fickle, and no matter what, they're always going to have something to say. But I did want to open up my platform and let the mother have a voice and speak and be able to clear up some of the misconceptions that's going around on the story, because nobody wants to lose a child. Nobody wants to have to bury a child. Nobody wants to be in that situation. There were some people who were questioning whether or not the mother and the daughter had a close relationship, regardless of the fact of if they're close, best relationship or kind of distant. Nobody wants to bury their child. Nobody wants to proceed their child. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants, even let's say you have an argument with your child, and that's not the situation in this case. The mom didn't say they were on bad terms. The mom didn't say anything like that. But even a mother who probably isn't on the best of terms with their child, nobody wants to see their child hurt or in despair. If you actually, you know what I mean? Now I'm not talking about the mamas that ain't, that ain't nothing. This ain't that. But y'all get what I'm saying. Anyways, That's all for this video. I just wanted to open up my platform, be a space where she can speak. I just looked at all of this stuff with a different lens because I'm like, dang, here I was, people always say, oh, you should see the signs and you should pay attention to this. But then what happens when you do pay attention to the signs and you do feel like, let me open up and let me be a beacon of support. And then you're the one, like my case, get attacked for not allowing somebody to just wither away. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, social media is always going to have something to say. So you just got to do you. And hopefully the mom speaking out, people can, use this as a teachable moment. And maybe there's somebody in your family who you notice their energy isn't the greatest, or you notice something is a little bit different in them. Like, check in on your people. But also know that just because you check in on your people, and I'm not saying not to, because obviously having a support system helps, but just because you check in doesn't mean that you're going to know everything that's going on. Doesn't mean that they're going to be comfortable with speaking to you, but just allowing them to know that you are a safe space is a step in the right direction. With that being said, I'm going to end this video and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, guys. Bye.